welcome back. Right, today what we're gonna do will be on the Ultra. Okay, it's gonna be the F1 Ultra. So what we're gonna try out today will be the curve engraving. Alright, so the curve engraving down here, first of all, this feature is only available if you guys need to be updating your software. It's going to be on 2.1. Okay, so the software that requires is going to be 2.1. all right, in order to have this curve engraving feature. Right, so you need to click onto the top down here, the curve material. This is the one, the curve material. Okay, so how are we going to get started? First of all, okay, first of all, we need to measure the curve of the material. So for example, what I'm going to do will be the stainless steel bowl. Right, so to start the measuring, you need to click onto this icon down here. It's called curve measure. You click on here. So the size that I'm going to work on is going to be 75 by 75. Okay, so thereafter, what we're going to do is we're going to hit onto the framing. So on the framing itself, you can be able to see there is there's a square down there. All right, so you just make sure that you align onto the bowl. Thereafter, when you actually get the position right, okay, you are satisfied with it, then we stop the framing and we go into the next. Okay, so on the next screen down here, you will see a measurement density. So these are all preset. So the rows is 8 dots and the column is basically 8 dots as well. So from here, what you're going to do is you can be able to just start the measuring. So when you click onto the start measuring down here, what it will do is it is basically now it's going to measure the bowl. Right, so when it finish measuring the bowl, okay, so I've just stopped it down here. I'm going to drag onto my file. So the file that I'm going to work on is going to be a mandala file. Oh, where is my mandala file? So I'll just click onto, I'll just get the download files. Okay, so the floral mandala. So I'm going to pick the SVG. Okay, so this is the file that I'm going to work on. So I'm going to work on to 75. Just now the size that I selected is 75. Okay, so this is the file that I'm talking about. Okay, so what we're going to do is after it measure, we'll just drag the file onto the square. Okay, and we are ready to go. Okay, so I'll see you in the next screen. Okay guys, currently what it's doing the auto measurement on this bowl, since I already set it onto the curve engraving. Alright, so what it's doing is it's actually measuring onto the curve before the 3D mapping will comes out. So what basically we'll do, it's onto the XCS software, you can be able to see it's actually measuring. Okay, so the auto measurement has been done. So I will show you, this is the 3D mapping of it. So there you can be able to see that it's being curled on the bowl. Okay. Alright, so the next step will be, we'll just go into the done and we will we will drag the file onto the image. Okay, so we will drag the file onto the spot so that we can be able to fill it up. So we may need to adjust the size a little just to make sure everything has been into the processing area. Okay, so right now what we will do is we will set the dot duration, the power, and the DPI. So the dot duration, what I will go is I will go at 200. Then the power, what I will do is I will go at 70. Okay, the DPI I let it at 500, and we shall be able to process. Okay, so we will go into the process, and this is the bowl that we are talking about. We should be able to engrave this curve bowl down here. All right, so I will send into process down here. Okay, and we shall start. Okay, so it's done, so we will take a look. Oof. Wow. I'm speechless, guys. I'm speechless.